All right, welcome back to One Message in a Bottle Tarot. My name is One, and I am your spiritual advisor. Everything you need to know about me is in the description box below. If you are new, definitely make sure that you subscribe, okay? Hit the notification bell so you don't miss a thing. If notifications are tweaking, please, 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 okay? Periodically throughout the day, pop in on the channel, all right, to make sure you are catching all the content that I post. And we want to like the videos, all right, here. When you're done with that, best friend, meet me over in VIP Patreon, all right? That is where I post my most exclusive psychic readings on breaking news and trending topics that everyone wants the psychic tea on. Now, there is a menu, but I definitely got to promote the all access tier, okay? All access gives you just that, all access to all of my psychic readings on all of my YouTube channels, in addition to all the psychic readings I post exclusively and only in VIP. Also, a member perk is getting priority video requests, which means you can request a psychic video on the subject or topic of your choice. It immediately goes up on the YouTube channel or in VIP if it's too juicy. All right, here. And VIP is the only place you will get access to my psychic prediction receipts. Yeah. So I'm a psychic medium. I make psychic predictions. Okay, here I do psychic readings and make psychic predictions. And when those predictions come true, I post the receipts in VIP. Okay. Um, for those of you that are new, you can scroll back on the community board about 3-4 years, okay, of predictions. Been doing this since before the pandemic, all right? And I got about 30 of them I need to upload now, all right? So I don't just be talking, all right? I do be predicting here, all right? That being said, let's get to your Friday wake up call, all right? Here we are marching through. Baby, we just trying to get through Gemini season. I don't know. Okay. It was funny because all the astrology girlies and guys was like, this is your best season yet. Gemini's, okay, gang, twin. Let me know how your May been going. How your Gemini season been going so far. Listen, I know you looking good in spite of, okay, what you've been through. I do see marriage. I keep seeing that marriage, partnerships, a new job, Two of Cups with the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, baby, you might get it all. Okay, you might come to the weekend like, damn, I really got it made around this bitch. Okay, I see your partner holding you down. I see you doing your thing at work, scoring a new promotion, locking in with a new partnership. Okay, again, a new beginning with this Fool card, Page of Cups. All right, Eight of Pentacles, Queen of Wands. Okay, you work hard for your money and you look good doing it. All right, and because you look good and doing, and you know what the hell you doing. All right, I definitely see a new job, a new promotion. Okay, a huge level up is coming towards you. Stability. Okay, here with this Four of Wands, some of you could even be purchasing a new house. Okay, like things are just going that well for you and yours. Okay, we're putting, and you know what happened with this change? A lot of these good things are happening to you because you finally put all that fuckery to rest and dealing with people that you got to question. Ten of Swords and the Seven of Swords. Okay, it's like, baby, if I gotta look over my shoulder, I gotta wonder about, why you said that, what, what was going on, or what you meant behind that, or is you doing me, and not? You're like, you know what? How about I just cancel you out? All right, I've seen enough. A lot of you, when you stop giving people 80 million 11 chances and you take their behavior and actions as is for what is shown to you, this puts in that full energy where you just get this whole new lease, all right, on life. Or a lot of you saw a definitive positive change, all right, in the direction of your relationships, your work, your money, as soon as you cut out some toxic people, places, and things. It sounds cliche, but you waste and leak so much energy, okay, trying to Even if you're trying to help, you may even know that they're toxic, and you're just like, yeah, well, I'll work with them because I feel like I just know inside there's a good person. I feel like a lot of you get to that place where you're just like, you know what, this is just who they are. Okay. And ain't no amount of nothing's gonna change that. And so I'm gonna take that energy that I was directing and given trying to help this person, and I'm gonna pour all that back into me. If any of that sounds familiar, it's definitely about to pay off. Okay. Here, especially in a relationship, a partnership, okay, you and somebody else lock in and you cut out all the bullshit. And baby, when I tell you you're about to be living, or you're living your best life now because you turned your back on some bullshit. Okay. You better preach. That's what it says. Okay. You better preach. Okay. Let me tell you the truth. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you about God. Okay. Here. And God says, do not, don't even entertain the devil, okay? Because he gonna come in, he gonna put his feet up on your table, he gonna drink up all your Kool-Aid, he gonna eat up all the peanut butter and jelly, okay? Here, without regard if you or your kids eat, don't even entertain, okay? The devil, all right? And I feel like that's what it is. You locked in, you met somebody that feels the same way. And ever since then, okay, it's very much given life is good. You're seeing the evidence, okay, of what happens when you put positivity, love, and God, just all the good things that God tells you to focus on. Focus on what is good, is great, is loving, is kind. You're seeing the evidence and the fruit in your life, okay, of when you actually put those things into action. And some of you may even mourn a little bit, like, damn, I lost so many years trying to help, trying to get through, trying to understand, okay, this toxic person, but it doesn't matter. Okay, let's focus on the now, right? Keep that same energy, okay? Very much so. I feel like maybe before you used to make excuses for, people and their behavior. You were down to kind of listen to their sob stories. Oh, this happened to me when I was a baby. I got left and abandoned, under a tunnel on the side of the railroad or whatever. Ain't nobody's ever understood me, this and this. Some kind of sorry and sob story. You've listened to it all before, but I feel like you're just like, you know what? Everybody got problems. Everybody done been through shit. Okay. That's no excuse for you not to do the work that you need to do. I know what the fuck I'm talking about. To heal. All right. Temperance card and this Four of Swords. Okay. Here. And I feel like you just finally, you and your person or whatever this is, okay, here is like, we're going to stop making excuses for ourselves, all right, and for other people, people in our life, people in our circle. It's all about accountability, right? What do we look like, holding each other accountable, but then we have all these shady, flaky people that we're so friends with, whether it's relatives or whatever, right? And so again, I feel like a conversation is had is like, look, this is where we are. And if we're going to continue, we need to talk about the elephant in the room. And the elephant in the room is, you've been dealing with this or making excuses about this fuckery for a long time. All right. And I'm at the point where I'm healing. I've got a lot of good things going on in my life. And for that to continue, I can't continue. I cannot entertain you and your bullshit. All right. And I'm seeing now that you're making excuses for not doing the work. You're making excuses for not changing. All right, here. So, what that lets me know is that we need to determine where we go from here. Okay. I know where I'm going. We really just need to talk about if you going or if you just gonna sit here. Okay. With this Fool card. All right. Here, I feel like you make some things plain. All right. And maybe they don't react, okay, or respond in kind. All right, I do feel like somebody takes your healing and your growth, your commitment to make your relationship work, to all, they take it personally because it implies that they're still stuck, they're still behaving childish immaturely, okay, here. So don't be surprised if they lash out, or again, you try to have this conversation And yeah, they become reckless. They start acting out, talking crazy, doing this. All right. I feel this strongly that somebody reacts violently to your healing, violently to you leveling up. Somebody may even lose kind of like their marbles. All right. Seven of Cups with this Eight of Swords. All right. Here. And again, this could be about either a young person or just someone who is young minded. All right. I feel like a lot of people have gone out of their way to help this person, to try and lead this person through their dark night of the soul, lead them back into the life, so to speak, maybe even make excuses. Oh, well, they've done this, they've had a hard time. But I just feel like the excuses are over for this particular individual. And you're going to realize that, again, some things are just above you. Some things that only God can work out. You know, you just don't have the power. You just don't have the tools, okay, necessary. And unfortunately, I do feel like if something feels very mental here, that is based on the assessment of somebody's behavior. Okay, here, uh, that they may need to kind of seek some help through a residency or a mental facility or something like that. Again, it's either a young person or a very young minded individual. And it's just like, look, we've kind of exhausted all other measures, okay, here. Um, so we've got to do kind of the semi extreme thing and sees if that works. Because if it doesn't, a lot of you are really worried about somebody or worried about the trajectory, okay, of them crashing out or something ending really bad. And again, while things have been looking good because you cut them off or because you limited their access to you, still, I feel like you have concerns about this person because they are all over the place, reckless. It could have something to do again with needing mental health, mental facility. You could worry about, gosh, will you end up in jail or whatever? Like, I feel like you can just see if somebody doesn't get some type of help quick that they're going to crash out. And so I feel like you're trying to avoid this. All right. And maybe even they said, yeah, I'll check it out, but I just don't feel like you can really trust this person, trust their words. Yeah, as soon I was gonna say trust uh your intuition, okay? Trust your intuition about this person. I feel like a lot of you have just done all you can do and gone as far as you can go with this person. Should you continue to entertain them, they will ruin all the progress that you have made or you and your partner have made, all right? People that don't want to work on themselves, people that don't want to heal, people that don't want to grow up, become decent human beings, okay? Uh they're more of a danger to you than you trying to help them, okay? I feel like there's this saying like, evil corrupts good, and it's harder for good to make an impact on, somebody that's kind of quote unquote evil or unsavory or unruly or whatever. They have more of a chance to destroying things in your life because they feel like they don't have nothing to lose. They'll crash out, take everybody with them versus the work you're doing, trying to help them, I just feel like something is a lose lose, unfortunately. The good news is you have so many amazing, amazing things happening for you. And a lot of you have an amazing person, you know, uh, uh, to walk with you in this life. But there's just this one thing, this one toxic person, okay, that you're gonna have to make this final decision on, and just acknowledge that you have gone as far as you can go and have done all you can to help this person, and you're just gonna have to leave them to themselves and God. All right, do you receive it? All right, here. All right. um Make sure again you like, share, subscribe. I will see you guys for the next week, God willing. Make sure you meet me over in VIP. Of course, if you need a personal reading, if anything resonates, reach out to me directly through email. I love you so much. One.